Welcome to the Sleep Makeover Podcast. I'm Elaine Goldman, your fairy godmother of sleep, and I'm the creator of the complete guide to getting 8 hours of uninterrupted beauty sleep a night without having to take a single drug or supplement. This podcast is the second podcast in our series, Self-Care Begins with Sleep. And this series is all about making deep quality sleep the foundation or the central component of self-care, i.e., taking better care of yourself. Our first podcast was S, which was giving yourself permission to put you and your bedtime first. If you haven't heard it, I suggest popping on over to have a listen. In this podcast number 2, we're going to talk about the letter E. And E stands for embracing your wild animal nature. This is going to become super important when we get into our next series about the specifics of getting deep quality organic sleep. So let me ask you, have you ever watched a National Geographic or gardening show where they discuss the habits of a particular wild animal or the delicate balance of sunlight and water needed to grow a flower or plant? Every living creature on our planet has its own unique requirements for living a long, healthy life. Well, I've got a news flash for you. You are a wild animal too. And just like any other plant or animal on our planet, you too require certain amounts of sunlight, darkness, water, food, and sleep to be at your optimal. So I want you to imagine for a moment you are a flower. The soil beneath you is delicious, loaded with the best nutrients found in any soil, just the way you like them. Your roots are strong and deep in the earth, gathering nutrients and water perfectly. The rain, just the right amount, and there's just a right amount of moisture in the air. The sun's rays are shining upon you, and your leaves and chloroplasts are as happy as they can be. You're busy taking in carbon dioxide and spitting out oxygen. Life is good. Your ancestors have lived like this for millennia. Then one day, some well-meaning expert thinks they're helping you out, and they throw a tarp over your head or flower petals. Are you happy about that? No. Despite having the best nutrients and water at your disposal, you know you're not going to last long without full spectrum sunlight shining upon you. So in our modern lives, we live like there's a tarp over our head, cooped up indoors in our modern cages. We stay indoors 95% of the time, and what do we do when we go outside? Right, we're hunkered down in sunglasses and hats, and our skin's all covered up in clothing. Any exposed area is slathered in sunscreen, hunkered down, protecting us from the evil sunlight. Now, I know. That is what we've been told for the last 50 years about protecting our skin from the sun. I too was a victim of that thinking for many, many years. But I'm just planting a seed here today that we're going to explore in the future. The one thing that I want you to know and take away from this is that this is not how we were meant to live. We were not meant to be covered by a tarp. So organic sleep self-care step number 2 is to embrace your wild animal nature. And here's what I want you to do. Take off your sunglasses or your glasses, your contacts. Wear as minimal clothing as you can and leave off the sunscreen. Barefoot and naked is best. Step outside, even if just for a moment, and feel the sun's rays hitting your skin, your eyes, and feel the ground beneath your feet. Take a deep breath and feel your soul smile. While you're out there, I want you to take a few moments to observe a flower, a tree, a butterfly, a bird, not from the perspective of, I'm a superior human and I'm observing you, peon, for your lowly status. No, from the standpoint of kinship, and say to yourself, I'm no zoo animal, I'm a wild animal too. This is a taste of who you really are. So let me know in the comments what animal or plant inspires your wild side and what you feel when you're out there. Do you feel aligned, connected, or do you just feel silly? You can share a photo of it or a photo of yourself with a caption that says, I'm wild like a butterfly, or fill in the blank. I want you to know that getting the deep quality sleep you need to wake up energized and rejuvenated starts with the way you think about sleep, and that starts with elevating your self-care. Remember, this podcast series is for you if you're in your 30s, because you have time to prevent this sleep downward spiral from happening to you. If you're in your 40s, you're right at the cusp. The decisions you make today will impact how well you go through menopause or andropause and how well you age. If you're in your 50s, you most likely are already experiencing health issues that develop as a result of poor sleep. And if you're in your 60s, you might desperately be looking for a healthy solution. So don't give up. Just know that I am happier and healthier today at the age of 60 than I have been for the last 30 years. And I want that for you. So today, get a taste of what it's like to reclaim your wild animal nature. And we'll continue this podcast series over the next weeks and months. If you're ready to find a solution, especially one that enhances your health overall, then I want you to hit subscribe so you can get notified immediately when my next podcast or YouTube video hits the airwaves. And if you're an overachiever and want to get a jump start on what I'll be sharing over the next weeks and months, then head over to my website at organicsleepmethod.com for my free 5 do's and don'ts of organic sleep. Totally free when you subscribe to my email list, and I'll be able to let you know of my upcoming workshops. So until next time, my friend, wishing you nights of deep restorative sleep and the sweetest of dreams. Bye for now.